MRecktv. M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub.
Alright, you ready? Alright, first question is, how did you meet Chaz, and what made you want to do a movie with him?
Damn, I don't remember when I met Chaz.
Or how did you meet him?
I mean, I don't even remember.
Your relationship with him, did you have a relationship with him before music?
Well, I got into the music business, and the way I got into it was being around people that I respected, you know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point, no one was listening to what I was saying, and the reason why is they couldn't understand the movement. They couldn't understand the way I wanted to make my records and what the message was I wanted to put into the marketplace, which was, you know, living by the ideals in which I survived, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say survive. I'm not gonna say I was super rolling, but I was surviving, you know what I mean? And that was a stat to me. And, you know, there wasn't very many people we associated ourselves with, you know what I mean? But Chaz was one of the dudes that we would invite down to the office and we would just talk, you know, and he was always, he was consistently thorough, you know, like if there were problems, for no financial gain, no favor gain, just for the gain of just, you know, that's my man and you got a problem with my man, I'll squash it the way it should be. Just those kind of things, you know. And you know, when I was still trying to get my career together as related to Rockefeller, a lot of doors were closed in our face, you know. And it was weird because I didn't understand that I was the minority, you know. And when I say that, meaning it's not very many people that live by those codes. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. And it's like us against the world. You know what I mean? So it was like, if I ever get in a position, I'm gonna always open the doors for people that deserve it, that live by those ideals. You know what I'm saying? So that's my jewel right there. Not my jewel, that's my man. My back from Danish. I don't like to have jewelry that everyone can get, so he came through from Denmark.
I come from Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
Oh, okay.
So this is the secret. You see the jewelry I wear.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put the camera on it, because I was like, well, you know, that's exclusive.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
They can't get to him.
Oh.
He don't want to get to him.
Okay.
Unless they going to Denmark. He don't live here. He comes to Denmark, design the jewelry. I don't see him for 3-4 months, and he comes back with one of a kind, you know?
Wow.
But anyway, so, you know, when the opportunity presented itself, and then it was like I was running around the world, because, you know, I'm on my international grizzly. And honestly, I'm trying to take what I got here and take it to the rest of the planet, because there's a void there. We're at the forefront of the urban marketplace. And I would go to London, and I'd run into Chaz and Graf. And, you know, that means he thinks outside the box like I do, you know what I'm saying? And he's putting in that work that nobody puts in anymore. And he lives by those old school rules. So it only made sense to affiliate myself with him some way, shape, or form. Then, when I started to learn his story, you know, I was like, God damn, because, you know, he's an understated dude. He's not loud, and you don't really know what's going on with Chaz. So when we finally got to conversate, and I would always hear things about him. I ain't gonna talk about the but you know, I just like, this story is very interesting, you know, and it's also a positive story because of everything he went through and where he is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I look at it. His circumstance was probably more extreme than I could have ever imagined. I probably could have done a lot of things. Like, one of the things that I ask him is like, of all hustles to choose, how you gonna be a bank robber? You know what I'm saying? That's the most dangerous thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I can say that, right? You know, like you know what I mean? If you want weed, dope, crack, whatever, why would you choose probably the one that has to have the most exposure?
Right.
Grace, why don't you go over there with that? Why? Like I was saying, what was we at?
Think about it.
Oh yeah, I was like, what makes you choose to be a bank robber? You know what I'm saying? And the inner workings of that, and it just, his reasons made a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? And I don't want to give it all up because I want to do that in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But as much sense as it made, I still don't think I'd ever be a bank robber. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, he was robbing banks, got caught for it, and then went to jail and was still robbing banks. Then got caught again and then escaped. Like, you know, there's definitely there's a problem with authority with Chaz. he has to be the authority, but there's a lot of interesting things about Chaz that I think people would definitely identify with and also have admiration for because they wouldn't have enough guts to do a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I feel like the story would be crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What kind of situation do you have with Black Hand as far as the music goes, with business? You know, what situation y'all got going?
Well, I got distribution, and whatever I got, the connect is for him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got is there for him. You know what I'm saying? And any way I can help, I'm gonna help. Right. It's 100% his movement. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why a lot of, you know, Graf could rap, but I always say a lot of it is, you know, you guys have to kind of market yourselves together. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because he is the businessman behind it, and you really don't see Chaz. I mean, you don't see Graf really without Chaz. You know what I'm saying? And it's a movement, you know, and that's what hip hop has to be. Okay. It really does. It's not single driven. It's not even album driven. It's movement driven. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. And it's it's an old school movement. You know, and I don't see none of that really. You know what I mean? And also, Chaz got good ears, man. You know, like he the first rapper I think to sign 50 Cent. You know, and you know he was always with Irv Gotti in the early days. That might be who introduced as Irv, right? Yeah, Irv might have been one that made this up. You know, and he got good ears. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like guys like that, cause I mean, like back in the day, me and Jay would be like, yo, how come we can't get a record deal? We not losers, you know what I'm saying? We're winners, you know, and it's just a bigger picture there, you know, because these guys wouldn't be able to contain or understand the power of that movement. And I think it's the same with Chaz, you know. So if I could open those doors, you know, like no one opened them for me. Like I really literally had to be the bad guy to open those doors. I had to kick them shits down. Right. Because they was not trying to hand me, you know. And I would hate for someone else to have to go through that because it does mean that a lot of people aren't going to like you, you know, and that a lot of people are going to try to stifle your progress because there's fear when people and men of honor come around because unhonorable people get exposed and there's fear. You know what I mean? And a guy like that walks in the room, I'm quite sure there's a lot of fear. Just like when I walk in the room, there's a lot of fear. And it's even fear I don't understand. It's fear that I don't even like, you know, people like to be feared, I don't even understand it. You know what I mean? It's like, why be scared of a person that wants to work and wants to be honest and wants to look out for their homeboys and wants to live by those old school rules? What's scary about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you don't disrespect, you won't get disrespected. That means you have every intention on disrespecting. So it doesn't put fear in me. It's just like it makes me leery of people. Like, why would you be scared of a thorough dude? You know what I'm saying? I'm never scared of a thorough dude if I'm gonna be scared at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm, you know, a thorough cat I know is gonna do the right thing, and ain't nothing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I see things as it relates to Chaz. Okay.
What was the motivation behind the sneakers that you bought? You bought the whole company.
Yeah.
I want to know what was motivated you just to buy the whole company like that?
Well, that's what I do. You know, I own companies.
Right.
You know, it's funny because like in the music business you have a label, but when you go into another industry it don't mean nothing. You know, and they still feel like, you got to work for me, and I don't like that. I don't like asking people to control my destiny. You know what I'm saying? I like to control my own destiny and also help other people. Right. You know, like if I want to give somebody a sneaker deal, I ain't got to go ask nobody. I ain't go through no paperwork. I can have a sneaker done, sampled up in 2 weeks, and then put it in the marketplace in full. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, number one, I was watching Nike make all that money from the urban marketplace because we're the #1 buyers, the #1 consumers. That Nike is the #1 selling sneaker, and I know I've been a loyal consumer of white Nike Airs, and I'm thinking to myself, man, Nike's getting all that bread from us, and I'm not getting $1 from it, and I hate it, you know. And if I want Nike to do something for me, I can't even talk to Phil Nike, whatever his name is, you know, direct. I got to go through somebody, 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 and this is real. That's gonna, by the time he gets to it, so he's not gonna appreciate and understand, you know, my worth and what my culture's worth is.
Right.
So I was like, yo, if I can get a brand, not a sneaker line, but a brand that's timeless, that means something, I could go ahead and bite into that marketplace. That man makes $14 billion worldwide. 14 billion. I know I can get 20% of that.
M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub.
It's crummy beats, y'all.
Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone.
MRecktv. It's got a music.